Welcome to 10 Questions. Profiles from a Distance. A Dirtbag NPR production. Question number 1.
Introduce yourself like you're writing a Tinder bio. All the pertinent information, a few quirks.
My name's Jackson Maness. I'm 5'7". My dick is average, but I'm honest.
Jackson Maness, that name sounds like a bodybuilder from the 80s or somebody who owns a supplement company now. It's a very strong name. Shout out that medium dick crew. Some of us drive Escalades, some of us got Toyota Corollas. But you'll get where you're going, or where you want to go. Gotta be honest in this world. Moving on.
Question number 2.
What's the first experience as a child that you truly remember? Whether it's a birthday party or mowing the lawn, something like that.
The first experience I remember as a child is running into the kitchen, slipping, and hitting my head on the corner of the table when I was 4 years old. And then I quit running in the kitchen.
When I was around that age, I became obsessed with breakdancing and particularly head spins. And I also had gotten a slip and slide. So I was in the backyard and I was unwatched. And I thought I could probably do a pretty cool head spin / slide on the slip and slide. And I don't know whether I knocked myself out, but I ran across the lawn and then just essentially dove into the slip and slide head first, picturing that I was just going to zip down it and then, I don't know, flip out or something. I could have knocked myself out. I remember hitting the ground and kind of waking up or blinking my eyes and being realizing even at a young age that I did something so stupid I shouldn't tell anybody about it until now.
Question number 3.
Do you have a hobby you always wanted to pursue that you never followed through on?
That always sits in the back of your mind?
Playing the guitar. I have learned 2 shitty songs on the guitar, and I have not picked it up. It's sitting in my living room. I'm a piece of shit.
Learning the guitar sucks. It's very frustrating. And then it's also one of those instruments that people seem to be quite natural at. So your or my 6 months of practice is somebody else's 1 week. So that's kind of left my guitar in the corner of the living room most of the time also.
Question number 4.
What's something you believe to be true that most people think is false?
I don't know if I truly believe it, but I could definitely see how reincarnation is a thing. Or, multiple lives. Multiple, whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm dumb.
Straight up, I believe in some form of reincarnation. One time, I had to go pick somebody up, and I ran back to make sure the door of the house was locked. Took me about 8 seconds. On the way to picking that person up, the car in front of me was T-boned. That car was about 8 seconds ahead of me. And I think I jumped a timeline at that point. And this doesn't necessarily have to be some Buddhist philosophy. I mean, I can kind of break it down to the Matrix, I messed with the programming enough to avoid that death. Or maybe I did get hit by that car and was reincarnated in the car behind me. Carnated. Maybe that's where the word comes from.
Question number 5.
How much time would you have to spend alone before the freedom of it wore off and you became bored or depressed?
I say, if I were to go on a vacation by myself, the most I would want to do or not have any interaction would be about a week. I think, maybe 5 days. I think 5 days is too long to have no human contact.
There's got to be a reason why monks do it, though. Long periods of silence with no contact. It has to have some value that we don't know. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe those are just the most boring dudes. Like, if you didn't talk to anybody for a couple months in a monastery, and then you came out and you're like, so, how about this weather?
Question number 6.
What's a favorite joke of yours or someone else's?
Favorite joke of mine would be my joke about raspberries. But a joke of someone else's, I would say Ralphie May Open Water. If you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh shit. You had me at Norkling. Jellyfish. Sharks. Barracuda. Ralphie May, R.I.P. Shout out. He did a podcast with Ari Shaffir. I forget what number it is, but it was one of my favorites of all time.
Question number 7.
Make up something that sounds like a racial slur, then use it in a sentence. For example, he's a real soup sipper, if you know what I mean.
Kite flyer. This dude's a real kite flyer. I kept it open so nobody would think that I wanted to think of a new one for whichever race.
A kite flyer definitely wears sandals, and those sandals are not clean. A kite flyer also might tell you a story about hacky sacking. A kite flyer might look up at the tree branches in the wind and say something like, "It's a good day to fly, bruh."
Question number 8.
What's a strange fact about you? I didn't eat a hot dog till I was 37 years old.
I pooped completely naked until I was like 12. So I could never poop at school. I never pooped in public. I always had to poop at the house.
Doing this podcast, I've come to the realization that a lot of comedians, at least male comedians, have had a lot of bathroom troubles in their early years. I don't know what this correlation means. Myself, I had a general fear of pooping in public. Still don't love it. I don't think anybody loves it, but straight up getting completely naked to take a shit is awesome. And like, especially if you got the shower running while you're pooping and then you just go hit it real quick and then hop in the shower. Phew, man, that's like a snow day.
Question number 9.
What's your favorite piece of art? Whether it's an album, movie, painting or book.
This is completely unfair. It's too hard of a question. I hate it. But I think I'd say it like this. My favorite piece of art that I wouldn't want to give up would definitely, it's an album. It would be Sturgill Simpson's Meta-Modern Sounds in Country Music.
Sharks, jellyfish, Sturgill, Simpson. I appreciate it. I don't mind the man. I don't think it's that difficult of a question. I think that's a product of that British voice that asks the question. Anything in English with a British accent just it sounds way too complicated.
Question 10.
Final question.
Where do you want to be in 5 years?
This is where you got to play the little Troy song, I Want to Be a Baller. I'm trying to get fucking rich, and people give me shit for that. I have been poor all my life. They can suck my ass. I want to get rich. I want to be well off in 5 years.
Shout out Little Troy. My favorite line from that song is Diamond Rottweiler. I got diamonds in my ears, my grill, and my dog is made of diamonds, bro. That's sick. Who gives you shit for trying to make money, get rich? You know? Being poor ain't great. I don't think anybody should give you shit for trying to get money. I mean, like, this is the way it is. I don't know what you would do with it, though, if you got money. A tour bus. I see you buying a tour bus even before you got that tour lined up. Just preemptive tour bus. A little bit of an 80s style to it. There's some neon lights. There's a hot tub in the back. It's not that functional, but you're glad you made the purchase. And I'm glad you made the purchase too, because you deserve it.
This has been a Dirtbag NPR production. Please link, subscribe and share.